Welcome to my session on building a future-ready career in the age of AI. In this session, we would be covering, the various strategic sections you need to take to be ready in the future if you want to work on AI. So, starting with, what do you think that in today's work you feel like where you need the help of AI to work towards it? I'm your host, Paramji Jaggi, and I have got more than 20 years of experience, and I've been working in AI and transformation domain from almost last 15 years and so so the biggest question in this you should ask, do you think AI will replace job or redefine them? So I think this question you need to ask to yourself whether you are actually redefining the job or you're replacing the current jobs. And I think everyone is in fear these days, so we need to be very clear on this, because the real shift is not job loss. It is majorly it's job evolution which is happening over the period of time, right? So every role today is augmented by AI. So whatever the work you're doing on the current in your workplace, it is getting augmented by AI itself, and it's moving from a tool to be a teammate right now. So earlier it used to be a very tool in which you put some inputs and you're getting output, but now with agentic AI and everything, you are getting more the inputs, and along with that you're getting also suggestion how you need to move ahead into that. So we need to understand where we stand today, right? So AI is moving from experimentation towards the enterprise adoption, right? And we have tools like Chat GPT, Copilots, automation tools, and even now AI we are repeating AI into everyday domain also, right? So like email, analytics, coding, support, everything it is being there, and shifting from manual work to cognitive or a creative work, we are moving towards that. So probably it is not that it is a threat to us. It's majorly in which we need to understand how we are moving from being a assistant to a teammate, right? So the reality which we feel about is like everyday roles is being augmented, but not just tech roles. It is already in your email, your analytics, and your code, right? So so we need to understand one thing, right? Let's understand what exactly is changing and why it matters to you. Right? So understanding the AI shift, how AI is being shifted, right? So earlier we were not using AI in any of our domains, either in office or in personal work. So how it is being shifted over there. So what is happening now? Automation it's a repetitive task, right? What is happening now? And a rise of AI assisted decision making is on the rise. So we need to understand how it is being risen to a level over there. And the manual work is shifted to the cognitive or a creative work over there. So that is what is happening. So and how you're transforming from and emerging to a new job role, right? Evolving roles has been come into picture, like the analyst role, in which the AI assisted analyst is available over there, then the developer. So I used to write the codes on your own earlier, but now the AI assisted augmented developer is available who is giving the codes to you, and you can improvise on those codes over there. Then the marketer, right? So how the AI-driven strategy is working as a marketer, in which the marketer is using insights and using them for market their products into the market, right? So we can take some real world examples, right? For the kind of sales, A is lead scoring, personalized outreach. For IT, it is majorly into AI co-pilots, automation, predictive incident management. Operation, it's more into RPA and AI for workflows. So even for the marketing, if you take real world example for marketing, it's majorly on the content generation or the campaigning automation. So if we take the gist of it, AI is not replacing professional; it's replacing outdated ways of working. So that's how we need to take AI into this. So now we need to understand how, if the world is changing, what skills actually matter now. So there has to be three futurity skill pillars which need to work on, right? The tech awareness. The first one is tech awareness. It's not coding; it's more understanding, right? Knowing what AI can do, right? Where to apply it to your job. So using ChatGPT for your reports, using AI tools for your automation or insights, right? So so you don't need to build an AI over there. You need to use AI effectively. Second is human skills, right? Your differentiator. communication, critical thinking, creativity, decision making. These are the human skills, which is a differentiator in this case. And the more AI grows, the more human skills will become valuable and evolve over the period of time. Third one is the adaptability, the meta skills. You need to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. So comfort with change. So that has to be done, and continuously upskilling your mindset also. That is the best thing you need to do. So moving to the practical examples, we will have some on the IT professionals. What they are doing in tech awareness, they are learning AI co-pilots, improving productivity by 40%. Second, there is, we are using AI for reporting, faster insights, more strategic role. And the marketer also, we are using AI tools to create campaigns faster, focusing on strategy. So in gist of it, we can say that the winners in this era are not the smartest, but they are the fastest learners. So, if you want to upskill yourself for AI, so what is the strategy you need to take it for, right? So, we need to make it more practical. How do you start? So, building your personal strategy, right? You need to first understand your, skill gap. Ask yourself, what part of my job is can be automated, and what skill can make it valuable. You need to understand that first. Once you have understood that, then you can go to the next step. Then you need to learn one relevant AI tool, and it could be anything. It could be chat gpt, it could be copilot, it could be grok, it could be perplexity. So which is giving you more content, something is used for a content analysis, something is used for a productivity, like copilot is majorly into the enterprises, so it increases your productivity for the slides, and it is already integrated with the m365, so the productivity increases over the period of time. Then you have industry specific AI tools also, which you can use for your day to day work also, right? So don't try to learn everything. Start with one tool and impact your daily work, which impacts your daily work, and then move to the next. That's how you need to plan it. Second is build your professional presence, right? So you need to build your professional presence, like in LinkedIn. I think that is the most critical part of it these days. You need to understand that LinkedIn is, if you're moving for a job change, or you need to learn more things and you need to have insights from others' prospects who are available on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn is the most important thing which you need to look forward to. You need to share your learnings, you need to write your newsletters, create posts, and from the post of others, you need to have insights in place which you can help you in further growing, right? And you need to have a portfolio in which you show that how you're using AI on a daily day-to-day basis. That will help you out over the period of time. Step 4 would be the small steps, big impact. You need to have a 30 minutes of daily learning in which you need to understand how the AI works, and you need to continuously evolve over the period of time. Then there is a weekly experimentation you need to do it, using these tools to create some of the projects which you need to be make inbuilt over there and understand how they are progressing over the period of time, right? And then there is a tracking. It could be daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or probably a fortnightly or a monthly. How you need to put a progress tracking on this. So you should be majorly, consistency beats intensity in building a future-ready career. So you need to be very consistent on that. These step 4 will help you, take it to the next level and elevate your career towards the next level over there. And fifth is your action plans, right? Majorly. So if you need to understand, right, it should be actionable and memorable. So start with a week plan, right? Learn one AI tool, follow industry trend, majorly LinkedIn or a newsletter which you're driving over there, and invest daily 30 minutes over there. And then apply these skills which you have learned over the period of time on a daily basis, to understand more on it and go beyond that. So you don't need a career switch. You don't need to have a career upgrade, right? You need to have a career upgrade, because unless you have a career upgrade, you will not go for a career switch also. So future belongs to those who adapt early, right, and not those who wait. So, right. So what is the one skill that you start building from today? That is what you need to learn, right? And if you have any questions, you can share your question in the chat, and we will take it up. Probably send it on over email. Probably on the chat itself, which I will be responding to you on this. This is the first episode of Future Ready Future Skills on AI, but we will have more episodes based on the interest which has been created into the system, right? And I'll give more inputs now. Thank you for joining this podcast. Have a good day. This is your host, Parvati, signing off.